What are you watching?
What are you watching? Elodie, le film!
As I stepped into the grandiose Hotel Bellevue, Dubrovnik, I was expecting a luxurious getaway, a place where I could unwind and indulge in the finer things in life. But, oh, dear reader, how wrong I was. Firstly, let me tell you, the beach was a disaster. I mean, it's not like I'm asking for much, just a nice, quiet spot to soak up the sun. But no, the hotel had the audacity to block off the public beach, creating a private playground for their esteemed guests. And let me tell you, it was like they were taunting us, daring us to try and access the beach, like some sort of cruel joke. I mean, what's the point of having a beach if you can't even use it? It's like buying a car and then not being allowed to drive it. And don't even get me started on the service. Oh, the humanity. The waiters were like robots, devoid of any emotion or personality. They seemed to be suffering from a severe case of I don't care-itis, as if they were just going through the motions, collecting a paycheck without any passion or dedication to their craft. I mean, is it too much to ask for a smile, a kind word, a sense of warmth and hospitality? Apparently so, because at Hotel Bellevue, it was like pulling teeth to get a decent service. But wait, it gets better. The food, oh, the food. It was like they took all the leftover ingredients from the previous week, threw them in a pot, and called it a day. I mean, who serves stale bread, overcooked vegetables, and what can only be described as a mystery meat? It was like they were trying to poison us, to rid the world of our insolence for daring to question their culinary skills. And don't even get me started on the coffee. I put that in quotes because it was more like dishwater than a rich, bold brew. And then, there was the room. Oh, the room. It was like they took all the comfort and charm of a home and replaced it with cold, hard concrete and stiff, uncomfortable beds. I mean, is it too much to ask for a decent night's sleep? A place to rest your weary head and recharge for the next day's adventures? Apparently so, because at Hotel Bellevue, it was like they were trying to torture us, to break our spirits and turn us into mindless drones. But you know what the worst part was? The worst part was the complete and utter lack of accountability. They didn't care that we were unhappy, that we were disappointed, that we were downright angry. They just shrugged their shoulders, smiled sweetly, and told us to talk to the manager. Yeah, because that always works out so well. I mean, what kind of business operates like that? What kind of people run a hotel with such blatant disregard for their customers? It's like they're running a scam, a Ponzi scheme, a pyramid scheme. They're taking our money, our hard-earned cash, and giving us nothing but smoke and mirrors in return. So, dear reader, let this be a warning to you. Avoid Hotel Bellevue, Dubrovnik, like the plague. Trust me, you won't regret it. In fact, you'll be doing yourself a favor, saving yourself from the heartache, the disappointment, the sheer frustration of dealing with such a subpar establishment. And to Hotel Bellevue, I say this, shame on you. Shame on you for taking advantage of people, for exploiting their trust, for treating them like dirt. You should be ashamed of yourselves, ashamed of the way you conduct business, ashamed of the way you treat your customers. So, dear reader, what do you think? Have you had a similar experience with Hotel Bellevue, or any other hotel for that matter? Share your stories, your horror stories, your tales of woe. Let's expose them for what they are, a scam, a sham, a mockery of the hospitality industry. And to Hotel Bellevue, I say this, you may think you've gotten away with it, you may think you've fooled us, but you haven't. We see you, we know what you're doing, and we won't stand for it. We'll keep telling our stories, we'll keep sharing our experiences, and we'll keep warning others until you change your ways. So, dear reader, thank you for listening. Thank you for caring. And to Hotel Bellevue, thank you for the motivation to speak out, to stand up, and to fight back. Businesses surrounding Hotel Bellevue, Dubrovnik, present a rather disheartening landscape. It's not simply a matter of a few isolated incidents, a pervasive sense of unmet expectation, bordering on exploitation, seems to define the commercial offerings. It feels, frankly, as if the area operates on a principle of capitalizing on transient footfall, prioritizing quick profit over genuine hospitality or value. This isn't a case of a rough patch, this is a systemic issue. Let us delve into specifics, allowing the data, and, truthfully, my own growing dismay, to illuminate the situation. Let's begin with retail. Shopping experiences nearby, and specifically focusing on Dubrovnik Shopping Center, appear to be profoundly underwhelming. It's not merely that stores are empty, it's the echo of ambition, the ghost of what was intended. Review after review paints a picture of hollow spaces, a curated emptiness punctuated only by a few familiar brands, apparently serving as lonely beacons in a sea of disinterest. One reviewer, Jessica Barrantes, mentions DM and Benetton as the only good ones, a damning indictment, suggesting the baseline is remarkably low. The feeling I get is, this isn't a shopping center, it's a monument to failed potential, a place where retail dreams go to. Not die, exactly, but certainly to become deeply, profoundly bored. Others, like Colin McDermott, find themselves questioning the very premise of the place, mistaking it for a shopper's paradise only to discover it's merely a space to consume overpriced coffee while contemplating the existential void. The parking fee of €3 per hour, highlighted by Christian Prieur, feels less like a charge for convenience and more like a deliberate extraction of funds from unsuspecting tourists. It stings, doesn't it? The sheer audacity. Moving on to wellness, the analysis of Energy Clinic reveals a singular, but potent, warning. Mirko Milinkovic's review speaks of unprofessional, arrogant behavior from leading staff, specifically naming Nikolina Kojic. While a single review is hardly definitive, the intensity of the language, rude and mean, suggests a deep-seated issue within the clinic's internal culture. It whispers of a place where newcomers are not welcomed, where a toxic atmosphere festers. It's unsettling, to say the least. The thought creeps in, what other unseen currents swirl beneath the surface? Then there's the culinary side, and it's here that the disappointment becomes almost visceral. Umi Teppanyaki presents a scenario of spectacular service failure. Sean Cook's experience, waiting over 40 minutes just to attempt an order, is not an isolated incident. A recurring theme emerges: indifference, neglect, and a blatant disregard for customer time. Gabriel Mayner's detailed account is particularly unsettling. He describes a menu inflated in price, a chef prioritizing performance over substance, and food that is, at best, mediocre. The salty food becomes a metaphor for the entire experience, a bitter aftertaste left by a transaction designed to impress but ultimately fails to deliver. The description of the scallops being covered in an unnecessary amount of salt feels deliberate. It's a cynical attempt to mask inferior ingredients, a culinary sleight of hand. It makes my stomach churn. It's not just the food, it's the blatant deception. Bistro Tavilan, marketed as a Michelin Guide establishment, evokes a similar sense of outrage. Multiple reviewers, including Alex Jong and Roberto Grimaldi, expressed dissatisfaction with both the quality of the food and the appalling service. The complaints range from bland, watery pasta to calamari served with entrails. Entrails. It's not a mistake, it's a disregard, a casual dismissal of basic culinary standards. Henry King describes it as overpriced, overcooked, overrated, a perfectly succinct summary of the collective experience. Vladimir recounts a dismissive attitude towards patrons who dare to order something simple, like burgers and beers, leading to a marked decline in service quality. The recurring mention of the Michelin Guide feels like a cruel irony, a hollow claim used to justify exorbitant prices and substandard offerings. This isn't refinement, it's a con. And finally, the nightlife. Alex nightclub is, to put it mildly, a minefield of potential issues. The reports are alarming. Alona K's experience with fluctuating entrance fees and accusations of racism is deeply disturbing. Multiple reviewers, including Alejandro Hector Funes, report instances of rudeness, inflated prices, and questionable practices. The story from Manasseh Urs, losing money, belongings, and facing a dismissive response from staff, is particularly harrowing. It's a cautionary tale of vulnerability exploited, a place where tourists are seen not. Hey, you know, I've been looking into some pretty scary stuff happening around Hotel Bellevue, Dubrovnik. Like, I know it's a beautiful place and all, but, man, some people are just terrible. So, I found out that 3 Ukrainians got arrested for running this huge international fraud scheme, like, €800,000. Can you believe it? And the worst part is, they were going to scam even more people, another €1.3 million, if they didn't get caught. I'm guessing the victims were probably tourists, just like you, who came to Dubrovnik for a nice vacation, and then, bam! These scammers took advantage of them. I mean, who expects to get scammed on their dream vacation, right? It's just so unfair. The victims probably felt so stupid, you know, like they should have known better. But, no, it's not their fault. It's these scammers who are just, like, so evil. And, I'm wondering, what happened to the scammers after they got caught? Did they get locked up? Did they have to pay back the money? I hope so, because, like, they shouldn't be able to just get away with it. That's not fair to the people they hurt. Anyway, that's what's been happening around Hotel Bellevue, Dubrovnik. It's just, you gotta be so careful, you know? Like, always keep your valuables close, and don't trust people too easily. It's sad, but that's just the way it is.